From the Blues Hotel Collective, welcome to Blues Moments in Time, where every groove holds a memory and every moment echoes the truth of what came before. Today, we rewind the reel, trace the footsteps, and revisit the chapters that shaped the blues. Here is our host, Kelvin Huggins.
Welcome to Blues Moments in Time, the podcast dedicated to exploring the rich history and cultural significance of blues music. Today we focus on the events of February 23rd. Let's start with the cultural landscape. To understand the blues, you have to understand the minds that elevated it from the fields to the intellectual stage. On February 23rd, 1868, W.E.B. Du Bois was born. While not a musician himself, Du Bois was a visionary sociologist who recognised the profound depth of Black American folk music. In his seminal 1903 work, The Souls of Black Folk, he declared this music to be a distinct and beautiful gift to America, providing the intellectual scaffolding that helped the world see the blues as serious, vital art. Fast forward to February 23, 1940, we find folk icon Woody Guthrie in a New York hotel room writing "This Land Is Your Land." While firmly rooted in folk, Guthrie's song shared the same beating heart as the blues. It was a voice for the working class, a documentation of struggle and a musical protest against the disparities of the Great Depression. Now, let's turn our attention to the political climate. The blues is a flower that grew from deeply sacred soil. On February 23, 1870, the state of Mississippi was officially readmitted to the Union following the devastation of the Civil War. It was a moment of tentative hope during Reconstruction, but one that soon gave way to the brutal realities of sharecropping and Jim Crow. It was precisely within this crucible, the oppressive, racially hostile environment of the Mississippi Delta following readmission, that the blues was born. The music became the ultimate tool for survival, a way to express unspeakable sorrow, unbreakable resilience. No discussion of blues history would be complete without exploring the music itself. February 23rd has given us some incredible moments in the studio. On this day in 1926, the great Bertha Chippy Hill stepped up to the microphone in Chicago, backed by none other than Louis Armstrong on cornet, and recorded what would become the definitive early version of Trouble in Mind. Decades later, on February 23, 1961, jazz visionary Oliver Nelson hit the studio to record The Blues and the Abstract Truth, a brilliant exploration of blues structures through a modern jazz lens. And we can't forget the enduring legacy of the genre's influence. On this day in 1999, TLC released their landmark album Fan Mail, pushing the boundaries of R&B. And in 2003, Norah Jones swept the Grammys, proving that blues-drenched vocals will always capture the public's soul. February 23 has also marked the beginning of life for some incredible blues musicians. In 1944, Beaumont, Texas, gave us a true firebrand, Johnny Winter, a ferocious guitarist who took blues rock to blistering new heights. Winter's legacy isn't just in his solo work, he was a devoted champion of the old guard, famously producing the late career Grammy-winning album for his hero Muddy Waters, introducing the Delta Master to a whole new generation. Also born on this day in 1959 is Melvin Taylor, a brilliant Chicago bluesman who seamlessly weaves jaw-dropping jazz runs into traditional electric blues. And sadly, February 23rd has also been a day of loss. In 1953, the world lost Major Big Maceo Merriweather at just 47 years old. Big Maceo was an architect of the Chicago sound. His heavy, rolling, thunderous piano style influenced almost every post-war piano player who came after him. And on this day in 1994, we lost John Littlejohn. Born John Wesley Funchess, Little John was one of the true guardians of raw, unvarnished Chicago slide guitar, a man who kept the gritty spirit of the Delta alive in the big city. And that is all the time that we have for today's episode of Blues Moments in Time. I'm Kelvin Huggins. Join us next time as we continue to explore the fascinating history of the blues.
If you love the blues, you found your new home. The Blues Hotel. Real music. Just talking blues. Real stories. And Blues Moments in Time. The history that shaped it all. 3 podcasts. 1 home. The Blues Hotel Collective. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.